I know a lot of people are still in the process of looking for their first tech job, and it can be really tough. I've been there too. I wanted to share my journey because I know how hard it is to break into tech, especially if you don't have an experience. Maybe some of the things that work for me can help someone else too. Before I even graduated, I had a year of preparations to create my portfolio and build my resume while studying. I didn't want to be hanging after graduation, so I doubled my time in building my portfolio while studying. If you're still trying to land your first job, don't give up. Everyone's timeline is different. Keep building, keep learning. You're closer than you think. Hey guys, it's Liniki. I'm back and welcome to my YouTube channel. A like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. It took me some time to finally take this video because I have created drafts and I don't want to sound indifferent towards those who are still searching or who are struggling to get a role in tech. Just lately, I realized that I needed to share this journey to give insights to what it's really like out there. So I keep revising my draft, and I think I'm now finally ready to share my experience. I got my software engineering job role through my OJT program back in 2024. I currently work as a Flutter developer and as a QA tester, even if I mastered React back in college. So you can never really tell about the future. That's why you need to be always open for the possibility of learning something new, even if that's not what you initially liked. You just need to secure a job for now. Then you can leverage that to get the role that you really want. Spend spare time to build your skills. I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, and throughout college I was struggling financially. That's why I was really determined to start freelancing. It was a hard journey. While I was in first year college, I started learning HTML and CSS on my own. Aside from our heavy subjects, we had C, fundamentals, and because I was in engineering, we had calculus, chemistry, physics, and stuff like that. It was very demanding, but I still spend 1 to 2 spare times each day to study HTML and CSS. At second year college, I started learning JavaScript, vanilla, and then React. During that time, I also started to send applications in Upwork. And after a month of searching and eating up to 10 rejections per day, I finally landed my first gig as a software tester. It took me about 10 rejections per day for a month because connects back then were very cheap, just about 2 to 3 connects per application before I landed that gig, and it was not even coding related. I studied HTML, CSS, but I landed a software testing job. I mean, gig. Okay, anyway, I just wanted to get a review for my profile. Build your resume. Then I also got a video editing gig on Fiverr. I also know a classmate of mine who took on graphic design jobs and social media management while in college. Aside from that, I also managed our online store through Facebook Marketplace and Facebook pages. These experiences, although not directly coding related, were slowly building my resume. Having work experiences like this, or building your portfolio, or doing some projects, helps the employer to see your character, your determination, your work ethics. And during that same year, I took the DOSC GLSS exam, and luckily I passed the DOSC scholarship. I didn't even review at that time. I got no time to review because I had exams, plus I was still managing our online store. The schedule was such a mess. And after I passed that, I stopped looking for freelance roles because I now have a financial support for my studies. That also gave me more time to focus into building my portfolio. Our subjects were getting really heavy during the third year and fourth year in college because it was heading towards our thesis. Before our OGT in fourth year, I've already built my own React.js, Next.js portfolio, which I hosted for free on GitHub pages. You can try it also. I sent a lot of applications, even posted myself on Facebook groups looking for an internship. Out of all the resumes I've sent, I only received 2 replies from different companies and one from the FB group page, who really did hire me as an intern, but because our university demands a face to face OJT, so I had to let it go. In my first company interview, we were asked to introduce ourselves, our skills, and how we see the future. After that, we started a coding skill test. During my coding test, I used JavaScript because I wanted to land a React.js role. And even though I've studied JavaScript for quite some time, I'm still not that expert because I'm constantly using C programming back in college. For the whole day, I'm using C for Arduino and for other subjects. So I was more proficient in C than JavaScript, syntax wise. And during the coding test, I kid you not, I only solved one problem out of 3. And I'm very disappointed with myself because I could have solved those using C. I forgot the syntax in my head. So that's why after taking that, I thought, okay, let's just try and apply to the next company. So I went to an interview to the next company and I passed the interview and I was scheduled to take a coding test next week. But even before the next week came, the first company contacted me saying I was hired. Truly, I felt like I was so lucky because imagine I only solved one coding test, but I still got it. Invest in soft skills and side skills such as dev plus QA, dev plus public speaking, dev plus technical writing, and dev plus sales pitching. One thing I realized, maybe it's not always about the hard skills but also the soft skills. That is why you should also try to improve your communication skills. Have a light persona. You should have that aura who's willing to embrace mistakes. So try to improve the way you speak. Keep it light, not very strict. Improve how confident you are with yourself because confidence is a byproduct of competence. Knowing that you've done the hard work in preparing for this final moment gives you confidence within yourself. No matter what the results may be, I gave it my best shot. I am a living testament that even if you failed the coding test, even if you did not graduate with Latin honors, even if you just came off from a state university, it's still possible to land a software engineering job with the right preparation. So keep your chin up, keep going, and wishing you all to land a job that makes you happy.